mother-in-law told me that I was going to be a widow at a young age if I didn't take my wife's health serious. Let's talk about it while I clean up. This is the same woman that I almost got into it with 2 days post C-section because she told me that my daughter had jaundice, and she knew because she diagnosed her nephew 20 years ago. He's no doctor though. A little backstory. Before the Thanksgiving break, my wife and both of my kids ended up with strep throat. My wife is the carrier. The kids get strep throat pretty often here, and it became a norm for us. The doctors mentioned it's nothing that we can really do because my wife already had her tonsils removed. To be honest, multiple doctors have said it's pretty normal. If it gets too bad but they can't fight it off on their own, we go in and they get an antibiotic shot for it. Before the Thanksgiving break, we thought that everybody was fine because the kids had it about a week before our trip. Wife still had the sniffles, but we just summed it up to be allergies because it was much better than what it was a week ago. Fast forward to being home in South Carolina. Family turn up. When I say turn up, they be drinking and everything else. So my wife took a couple shots with them, and later that day she wasn't feeling good. We went out to Sumter where my mother-in-law stayed, and she was fussing that my wife needed to go to the hospital. But me being Mama Bear had already offered that the night before. And of course my wife told me that she was fine. But I told myself the next morning we were getting up and going to the urgent care. I scheduled her an appointment and dropped the kids off to my mom. Come to find out, she had pneumonia and strep throat, of course. We were out at my in-laws. My mother-in-law insisted that my wife go back to the hospital. We called the nurse hotline and they told us no, as long as she's still feeling the same and not worse. Of course, my mother-in-law didn't like that. Fast forward to getting back home to Virginia. My mother-in-law texted and asked if we make it home. We told her yes, we were chilling and cleaning up the house. And boy, did that trigger her. To freaking tell me that I'm going to be a widow at a young age. That she was the reason for my wife going to the doctor. Literally, it was not. But this was my last straw with her and decided to go cold turkey, no contact.